Hi guys, and welcome to the Bayer Leverkusen versus Chelsea match in the first series of preseason friendlies here for Chelsea that I've actually watched on the channel. Same for Bayer Leverkusen. I haven't watched a preseason friendly for them before. Hope you like the pre-match statistics. I just put it together a little bit just before the stream started, but we'll get to the proper scene now. Let me just switch it over. Okay, should be good. Okay, 1 second as we get this set up. Why is it? I swear all the camera does this all the time. There we go. So, yep, we're here, guys, and we're going to be watching this game. I have not set up the scoreboard just yet because I was a little bit busy today, but again, it's not Al Nassr versus Rio Ave. It is going to be Chelsea versus Leverkusen. The players are still warming up, which is good, so we got some time. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a nice day. We can actually keep, I think, the same color there for Leverkusen, just a nice little red color, and then just do like a white color for Chelsea, and that should be good. Okay. Also get the Leverkusen logo. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this international friendly is going to be, one to watch, especially since it's Ten Hag's first time managing Leverkusen in, a proper match, not just a, against Flamengo, whatever, U18s or whatever it was, where, he wasn't really trying, let's be all real there. But, I don't really back Ten Hag myself personally, but, some people do, and respect, I guess, if you like Ten Hag. But, yeah, personally, I think he was maybe the wrong choice there. Who am I supporting? I'm just watching the game in general. I don't really support these teams. Again, the only teams I support, Mohamed Muzamil, first of all, welcome to the stream, is Real Madrid, Al Nassr. I don't support any other teams. So the rest of these I just watch, just for fun. Also, that was the wrong badge. Let me just get that right up there. Okay, there we go. Leverkusen badge actually, on the screen now. I'll just go BO4 like that as well, just so, we can shorten that little logo there. But, yep, the lineups are as follows, guys. So, for Chelsea, we have Jorgensen as the goalkeeper, Cucurella as the left back, Chalobah and Achiampong as the defense, Gusto as the right back. We have Santos and Caicedo as the midfielders with George, of course, Evil Saka, Palmer and ESTEVAO as the forwards, and Liam Delap leading the line there. For Bayer Leverkusen, we have Flecken as the goalkeeper. We have Quansah, Tapsoba, and Hikampie as the defense. We have Teller, Alex Garcia, Andrich, and Grimaldo as the midfield. Adli as a right wing. Left wing is Mazza, and of course Patrick Schick is going to be the striker here. A very strong striker. And yeah, honestly, it's going to be an interesting match because, of course, this time we are seeing, a proper Leverkusen squad playing. It's going to be interesting to see what Ten Hag actually, employs in this game. Let's also get rid of the stupid score sheet from the other game because, we've not got Ronaldo playing this time, do we? There we go. And I'll make sure not to forget about adding to the score sheet there in the top right. Okay, so let's wait for this match to begin. Of course, the match exclusive on DAZN. So if anyone wants to watch the match, it is the link in the description. DAZN is the exclusive place to watch this match. You need a subscription, though. It's not like the Club World Cup, so I'm providing this free commentary watch-along for anyone who does want it. Smash like for that. Team form. So Chelsea hasn't lost a game in their last 5. Of course, they beat PSG last 3-0. Fluminense, they beat 2-0. Palmeiras 2-1. Benfica 4-1. And Esperance 3-0. We watched all of those games on the channel, actually. Except for Fluminense game against Chelsea. But for Bayer Leverkusen, they haven't had so much good form. They've had a 3-0 against Pisa, 2-1 against Fortuna Sittard. Bochum versus Leverkusen was 2-0 for Leverkusen, but then it went 5-1 for Flamengo U20, and Mainz 05 beat them 2-2. Sorry, not beat, drew 2-2, should I say. I mean, Leverkusen technically should be winning those games. But yeah, I think that game was with Xabi Alonso as the coach. So, Ten Hag did start off his time at Leverkusen with that 5-1 loss to Flamengo U20, but you can't really take that seriously again. Just to give, Ten Hag a little bit of credit, because, of course, it is a friendly. It's your first game with the team, and also you're playing a U20 team. You're not going to be playing main players against Flamengo U20, are we? But here we go. The game is about to kick off here with the Leverkusen getting ready to take the kickoff, and the referee does signal for the match to begin. So hopefully we get a good game here. Of course, when we reacted to Nottingham Forest versus Fiorentina, we had a 0-0 game, which wasn't the best, really. I really did not like the 0-0 there, but hopefully we are more lucky. We get a couple of goals here. Hopefully Chelsea actually show up and start performing. Of course, one of the players to watch for this game is going to be Cole Palmer. He's, so good. I love Cole Palmer. I really love watching him. He's one of those players that you can, enjoy watching. But another player to watch as well for Bayer Leverkusen is going to be probably that midfielder of Garcia and Ondric, just see how they control the match. Of course, the big characters in that Bayer Leverkusen midfield. Gerald Quansah also just recently joined them, I'm pretty sure. He just joined after playing previously in Liverpool, where he actually played 58 matches. Oh, wow. He got 3 goals for Liverpool from his time in 2023 to 2025. I don't know how many games he played last season, though. How many games did you play? 13. Okay, you started 4 and you played 13 last season. Okay. Not the best, but you should get a lot of game time here at this new Leverkusen side. We're really trying to develop here. He's actually got the ball now, Quansah. Just passes back to Flecken. And Flecken now distributing over to Tapsoba. Now to Hikampié. And that does not reach Grimaldo. That's going to be a throw in here for Chelsea. Very bad pass from Hikampié. Really should have hit the target there. And Enzo Maresca is watching on from the sideline. He did a good job in the Club World Cup, really, to bring this Chelsea side to such a dominant performance, really. Of course, I think he's in the Manager of the Year conversation for the Ballon d'Or nominations. If I can remember correctly, I know Luis Enrique was nominated. I'm pretty sure Maresca was nominated. Hansi Flick was as well. Definitely, though, I think it would still go to Luis Enrique, but Enzo Maresca is definitely, he's shown himself at the end of the season, with the Conference League, and then now, the Club World Cup, and then let's see how he continues on into this new season and see if he can continue to perform. Just now Cole Palmer with the ball. Just plays it out onto the right there for ESTEVAO, his first appearance in a Chelsea shirt. Now back to Cole Palmer. Of course, ESTEVAO was knocked out of the Club World Cup with Palmeiras by Cole Palmer's Chelsea, and yeah, he did actually score a really good goal in that. It was one of the goals of the tournament, I'm pretty sure he scored. He's really good, nice pressure, brilliant player, one to watch, as I always say. So yeah, we definitely have to keep a lookout for him in today's game and see how he performs in his first game with a Chelsea shirt. This is now going to be back with Chalobah, Cucurella, Chalobah again, Achiampong, and now over to Gusto. Through ball to Caicedo, now back to Gusto, and he's going to send that all the way back there to Jorgensen. Now over to Cucurella's side, where he just plays that quickly to George, and now it's with Cole Palmer. Nice little flick over there by George, and it comes up to the right wing position where ESTEVAO is already running in. Let's see what he can do with the ball. He gives a cross, is deflected. Cucurella takes a shot. It's actually blocked by Liam Delap, I think. Inside of the box there, might have been an accident. Cucurella is asking him, why the heck did you block the shot there? Because that was a goal. Yeah, it was really accidental. I don't think there's much you can do about that when that sort of stuff occurs. But yeah, 100%. Liam Delap there just stopped a goal for Chelsea. Jorgensen, now over to Achiampong. One of the players we're actually playing with in the Chelsea career mode, and he's definitely, one of those upcoming talents. As we saw in that, that game, he actually had a high potential ratings, which I'm assuming is based off real life. So, I would love to see how he plays out in this game here for Chelsea. Gusto now. And that's going to be sent forward by Gusto to ESTEVAO. One touch back to Gusto. Now Achiampong again. And in the same, same sort of time frame here, we've actually got another game happening. I'll just keep you updated on this game as well, guys, because, it's a pretty important game. It is Monaco versus Inter Milan, and Monaco just scored in the second minute of the game there. In Monaco's team, they're actually not playing Pogba yet still. He's not on the bench. He's not a starter. So it'll be interesting to see when he actually starts coming back into the team. Same with Ansu Fati. He's not in the team there, so we'll have to wait really to see how they play in Monaco. Andre Santos just commits a foul there, I think, against one of the Leverkusen players. Yeah, it's just a slide tackle into Alexis Garcia, and it's going to be a free kick for Leverkusen. Pretty dangerous slide tackle there by Andre Santos. And Alex Garcia does get back up. He's not that injured. I think he's okay. Let's take a look at this ESTEVAO chance from before. He does do a nice little step over, challenging Hikampe right there. And yeah, he gets a meg off, but it's just a little bit of a deflection. So it's not the best, best play. Not the worst. And that goes straight out there. Tackle by Cucurella. Just literally shoving Mazza out of the field. Of course, this match is played at Chelsea's home, Stamford Bridge, so they've got a little bit of a home advantage against this Leverkusen side. I guess not really working at Ten Hag's favour, really, because, I mean, he hasn't really, had the best of luck in terms of where his team's been playing sort of lower teams that you're expected to win against. So of course, he's winning against those, but, against the bigger teams, he is, playing at a disadvantage most of the time at a away stadium. Again, no excuse, because personally, I don't like him as a coach. I really don't, but, trying to give him a little bit of space. But yeah, drop your score predictions in the chat, guys, if you want. Of course, my score prediction, I think, for this game is going to be maybe a 3-1, possibly a 4-1. We're going to have to wait and see. But I do think it's going to go Chelsea's way, so 100%. You can expect Chelsea to win this game. Still Club World Cup champions. They are wearing the Club World Cup champion badge on their kit. Gusto, long ball there. I don't think ESTEVAO is on the same wavelength as him. Still actually manages to reach it, but he does kick it out. It's going to be a throw in there for Bayer Leverkusen. And Chelsea adding a little bit of extra pressure. That's what you like to see with ESTEVAO as well. Nice little swarm pressure there. Really pressuring the defense from Leverkusen. And this is now going to be pushed upfield by, who's that? Teller, sorry. And Teller just outside the box there. Of course, definitely an interesting lineup. You have to really try and you have to see how stuff plays out, especially when you've got the likes of, a whole new sort of layout here in this Leverkusen team. You've got the loss of Wirtz, you've got the loss of Granit Xhaka. So it's definitely going to be, a hard way to really see how Ten Hag does develop this team to, be on its own, be really, a new, unique team here. Also, DAZN experiencing some lag. I don't know why their website is experiencing that. Let me just get the game up here quickly again. Okay, should be back online. Okay, no, it looks like that DAZN's website's actually completely crashed. Not just on my side, so don't know what that is. DAZN's website is literally completely frozen here. And they said here, sorry, there's a technical problem. Well, I guess we can discuss on about the match while we wait for this technical problem on DAZN's half to, fix up. Again, not my side. Chelsea's going to win. Yeah, I do agree, Grim. I do think that Chelsea's going to win. Hopefully we get the game back soon on DAZN's website. But here, let's take a look quickly at some of the match facts for this game. So far, Chelsea have had 67% ball possession in the 10 minutes of this match. One total shot they've had as well. They've also had 35 accurate passes, 92% accuracy. I mean, it's not the best, when you're just starting out the game. After destroying 3-0 PSG, yeah, 100% they shouldn't lose to this Leverkusen team, especially since it's developing. Ten Hag's the coach, so it's not like that Chelsea's not going to be at a big advantage here. Why in the world, by the way, has DAZN completely crashed? If anyone else is watching this off DAZN, is anyone else having this issue? Because on my life, their website's completely just like shut down or something. Not my Wi-Fi, by the way. Hi, Nerosion. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. All I know is they haven't scored, so don't worry, guys. They have not scored. Leverkusen's had, been on the hind foot for this game so far. They've not actually had a shot yet, and they still haven't had a shot. 13 passes only. That have been accurate. I think they've had about 22 in total. 76% accuracy. Not the best from Leverkusen. They definitely need to step up their game. But, Ten Hag, what do you expect from him? You can't expect much. But, yeah, it looks like that the match here is just going to stay at 0-0 for a little bit. Don't know why. You know, there's technical difficulties on, you know, a site that you pay for. So let's just go have a look again. Let's go have a look. Join. Guess we can just hope that they get this back online soon. Sorry, guys. Again, not my side of events. Is put up on DAZN's screen there. That it's their side. So we have to wait. Thank you, DAZN, for absolutely crashing and making people not be able to watch. Okay, that's great. Let's hope it gets better. Let's have a look at the Monaco intergame while we wait. So Monaco's leading 1-0. Second minute, there was a goal. Akliouche did score in the second minute. It's 7 minutes in now. So far, in terms of statistics, though, Monaco has had better shots and on target, 2 and 1, compared to Inter's 1 total shot, 0 on target there. Both teams committing fouls already. You know, 8 minutes into the game can, you know, sort of allude that this game's going to be a very packed game where it's going to be sort of aggressive. So we have to wait and see how that pans out. Hi, Seek. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Currently, DAZN's website's completely crashed and also their app. And so we're waiting for this to come back online. So we're just discussing, you know, match stuff while we wait. You know, but at the moment, no one's scored, though. I've still got the live score up. I've got all the information on statistics. Temp missed. Gusto did a right-footed shot from outside the box, too high. And ESTEVAO was the one that provided that from a corner. And that corner was conceded by Alex Garcia. Unfortunate there that this isn't actually working. You have to just keep waiting, I guess. I swear this is not me. I'm going to try one more time on a different internet source. See if it's me, that's bad. You're making a new Al Nassr fan account based in India. I hope you follow. Oh, yeah, sure, Seek. I'll follow any Al Nassr fan accounts. W's. Let's go and check something here. I also posted the match calendar on the community page. So if any of you guys want to check that out, what matches we're going to be covering this season, do make sure to check out the community page there. So is this match actually still... Is this match dead? Let's take a look here. No games tomorrow as well, guys. Also got my football training tomorrow. Yeah, so actually it has been... DAZN's website's fully crashed. Wow. Okay, guys. Well, if you're trying to watch the match and, you know, you're actually trying to watch it, it looks like at the moment it's unavailable to everyone who's not inside the stadium. Because that is basically the only way to watch it. I guess I can try another way quickly because I have, I know 2 sources for where this match is, or actually quite a few official sources. Let me just go and check up on this one. Go to here. Get the other source up for you guys, don't worry. General, okay. Let me go to... Okay. Hopefully this one works. Okay, there we go. So we got the other source for the matchup. Okay, cool. So that took a while. Don't know why DAZN completely crashed. Thank you, DAZN. But we got this match back up here. It's now going to be with Gusto, Achiampong, Gusto. Looks like Gusto's now centre-back. So in that short frame where we didn't have the match, he shifted positions. So that's interesting, I gotta say. And that's going to be now with Chalaba, Gusto. Now again with the ball. And Achiampong, Chalaba. And now let's see what happens with that ball. It's just going to be passed to Achiampong again. Gusto now, he's made his way back into the right-back slot there. And Chalaba now over onto the left there where George has got the ball. Evil Saka is trying to play that forward. He actually does do a little good skill move there. However, Teller does pocket him. Ball goes out, though. It's going to be a throw-in for Chelsea. And Kukureya is going to take the throw-in. Liam Delap showing some strength after receiving that ball there. Cole Palmer back to Gusto. Caicedo was going to try and receive that, but didn't manage to get there. Now Chalaba. George gives the ball away It's now going to be with Leverkusen trying to, get the ball out of this defensive position. It's going to be a free kick there, just a foul. Oh, it's going to be played on. Okay. No, free kick. Referee played on there, but then stopped the game due to Teller being on the floor there, dead. So, that is a fair stop. It's calling for the medics to come on the field for Leverkusen. Let's have a look here. Is this a fair stop for Teller? Not really. No. He's sort of dove on the ground there a little bit. Okay, yeah. So it's not the best stop of play there from the referee. Once again, the referees in these friendlies that I've watched haven't seemed to be the best. But there we go. Chelsea do get the throw in there. Chalobah, Gusto. And Gusto is going to play back to Achiampong. Now to Chalobah. Now to Cucurella, who's playing inverted in the middle there. It's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. That's a completely unnecessary foul from Tapsoba. Kind of just rammed straight into Cucurella. I mean, don't we all want to do that? But, yeah, he does do that. That's a foul. Just bodies him straight to the ground. Now with Gusto. Caicedo, Achiampong. Now with Chalobah. And that's Caicedo, one touch, Cucurella. Now with George. Enzo Maresca's telling the players to sort of calm down a little bit here. That was a nice little ball from George. To Cucurella, there's a one touch from Liam Delap, just caught by the goalkeeper there, Fleck. And that was close for a goal there for Chelsea, the opener. Very, very close. George, brilliant vision there, finding Cucurella. He does the cut across. And then Liam Delap just really should have kept that to the ground there. He didn't need to lift it. Good cross by Cucurella again. Cole Palmer does a chip, hits the crossbar, and that's a goal for ESTEVAO. 1-0. Chelsea goal, and ESTEVAO's first goal in the kit. And, of course, his first goal on his debut. I mean, it's pretty easy. I think he was actually given the goal there sort of by, who was it? Caicedo, I think, was letting him, take that shot there because they were both on the ball. But yeah, ESTEVAO gets his first goal, tap in after Cole Palmer's little chip goes over the keeper and hits the crossbar. There's nothing better than that. ESTEVAO giving Cole Palmer such a hug. And yeah, just tuned in a goal immediately. Yep. And Cucurella, nice little cut back to Cole Palmer. He just chips. I mean, who even thinks to do that? You don't really think of doing that sort of stuff. And then ESTEVAO, just a brilliant little finish there. That's why Cole Palmer is just such a skilled player. Like, from there, a chip, you wouldn't really think of it more cutting over to your teammates or something. And then, yeah, it's just a nice little easy finish there. Tap in volley from ESTEVAO. 1-0 for Chelsea against Ten Hag's Leverkusen. Looks like they're not going to be going away with the win here. That's for sure. Definitely, an early goal is what you need as well. Just to assert some dominance in the game. And, yeah, especially on your debut, that is a feeling you can't really replicate. And you have to really feel for anyone on their debut getting, a good performance, because that's what you want. You want the fans to be impressed by yourself. And I really do think that ESTEVAO is probably, a little bit better than Ondřić. I think he's a little bit more versatile. I'm not going to bag Ondřić, of course, because I support Real. But I do think that ESTEVAO might be the more versatile player. I think Endrick's more of a natural-born striker. I feel like Endrick should be going on loan, though, to be honest. If we can really get the best of him for Real, loan him out, bring him back once he's, played a full season of matches, developed himself. I thought Atalanta would be a good place to loan him, to be honest. I think they're going to be missing a striker after Lookman leaves. And definitely, I think Ondřić can perform for them. But ESTEVAO here, he's performing for his team. He's definitely going to be starting matches. And that's a first goal. Oh, there's a little bit of a fight going on here. Just on the field. It's a preseason friendly, guys. Can you chill out? Don't know why we've got, a fight there between Chalobah and, who's that? Adley, I think. There's a fight, though, for some weird reason. It's stopped now. Cole Palmer. Long ball there. And Liam Delap should be finishing. Doesn't. It's just taken straight out there. It's going to be a goal kick, I think. He should be finishing those, Liam Delap. It's not the best. Yeah, he just misses the touch. It's not good. It's not good. And also, we can actually go here. ESTEVAO First goal for Chelsea. Also need to add his name into the scoring sheet there at the top. Let's go add his name into the scoring sheet. ESTEVAO assist by Cole Palmer, I think. Because it went off. It technically isn't an assist because it hit the crossbar, but come on. Goal in the 17th. Assist. Palmer. And close for Liam Delap there again. And it's almost a second goal for Chelsea, but it's just not. It's going to be a corner. Let's have a look at this play again. So George gives another brilliant... Boy, is the vision from George. Flecken so lucky to save that one. Oh, my God. That is so close. Liam Delap, really just, finding the correct positions. George is insane. Like, he's actually proven himself here. ESTEVAO giving the corner cross. It goes deep into the middle. It's going to be hit by Gusto on the volley, and it goes out for another corner there. Sounds like Chelsea are dominating early. I mean, this is what you expect from, the Club World Cup winners. They beat PSG so easily, and now they're going to be versing, a team that's controlled by Ten Hag. Like, let's be real here. It's going to be kind of hard for Leverkusen to really get back here. I definitely think there are better coaching options for Bayer Leverkusen because I actually really like their team. But again, I just don't like Ten Hag. Unfortunately, they did actually get him. I do think there was a lot of other coaches maybe they could have got. And it's going to be with Garcia. Let's see what he does with the ball. And that's going to be a free kick for Leverkusen. Chance to shoot on goal there. Andre Santos, again, the fouler. Chance for Leverkusen maybe to redeem themselves. Get a goal from a free kick. Is definitely a foul from Andre Santos. That was not a great tackle at all. Not good at all. And who is going to be taking this one? It looks like Grimaldo will be taking the free kick here. Let's see what Grimaldo can do from this free kick. He's also got there Garcia lined up. He's also got as well Teller lined up. Should be Grimaldo taking. I'm not doubting that. The wall, Delap, Chalobah, Achiampong, who else was there? I think there was George in there as well, and Caicedo. Here we go. Grimaldo. Let's see what will occur from this free kick. I definitely think he's going to pass it out. I don't think shooting's a good idea. He does take the shot, though, and it's the weakest shot. It had a good dip. Definitely had a good, target there, where in terms of dipping down, it's just weak. It's a weak free kick. Grimaldo, come to El Nassr. You'll definitely fit the left-back slot. I will say that. You are, a good left-back. Can play left mid as well, so you'll come up high, especially with the Inigo that we have. But back to this game. Enough talking about that. Achiampong, Chalobah, Caicedo. Lofted ball there. Just finding the run of Delap. Oh, he's not controlling it, Delap. Again, it's another miscontrol. That's going to go out there for a throw-in for Chelsea. And let's see. Cucurella does a deep throw there. ESTEVAO controls. And Cucurella passes now over to Chalobah. It's going to be a free kick, actually, for Chelsea. But the advantage is going to be continued to play. Gusto. Achiampong. Now to Chalobah. Now into the middle for ESTEVAO. He's really everywhere. That was a terrible pass. What the heck was that? Lucky it deflected back to the defense because ESTEVAO literally just booted a player off to the side there. He wasn't even shooting. It was genuinely just the weirdest thing I've seen. Cole Palmer's now in the right mid slot, and it looks like ESTEVAO was in the AM, but they have reverted back to their default positions here on the lineup. So ESTEVAO now in that right wing position. That's what you like to see, though, in these sorts of games. You like to see that nice overlapping gameplay. You like to see as well the players really have that synergy with each other. And, definitely Chelsea fans will be happy, about, seeing that sort of play style from their players. Cole Palmer is injured. Going to be a free kick. Yellow card coming out, and there's also a little bit of a brawl happening here. ESTEVAO getting in on the action along with Caicedo. It was originally Cole Palmer went to push the guy in the neck there. Definitely these Leverkusen players getting very angry, very agitated. Chelsea not really helping the cause there with some of their guys really just trying to Yeah, it's definitely a free kick, but like why did they need to, provoke a brawl there, Chelsea? Like, let's be honest, there was no need to do that. Definitely a free kick, though. Yeah, Cole Palmer needed to calm down a little bit there. Let the emotions get to him. It's a friendly, Cole. It's a friendly. Quansah got a yellow card. This was against his fellow Englishman. And the referee's just telling Cole to calm down. Let's see if Chelsea can get a goal from this free kick made 2-0. Of course, obvious notes of players missing will be, of course, Enzo Fernandez. He's missing. Definitely one of the key players. Pedro also missing, and Pedro Neto. Also some of the new signings. Jamie Gittins. He's not on there as well. And Reece James, of course, not a new signing, but he's not on there either. Çalhanoğlu just got a yellow card in the Monaco Inter game as well. Just for anyone interested in that. Leverkusen do retain the ball. Flecken catches, distributes quickly to the defense. And now this is going to be with Tapsoba. Now with Ondrić. Now with Quansah. Now over to Hikampié. That's a nice touch there by, who is that? Ondrić, I think. And then this is going to be pushed forward by Leverkusen. It looks like it's going to be a Leverkusen continue play ball with Grimaldo. It was going to be Chelsea's for a second, but the referee did play on. And back all the way there to Jorgensen. There was no real pressure on Chelsea. However, Cucurella does lose it. The referee's playing on every single dive here. So that's why I'm sort of stopping and starting my speaking here, because I'm wondering if he's going to call a dive or is he going to not. But he's not called one yet. Cole Palmer interfered by the referee, and it's going to be a drop ball here for Chelsea. The referee interfering in the gameplay there. Gusto on the ground here, winded a little bit. Oh, he's holding his male parts. What's this called? Yep, he got the ball booted straight there. And we got Leverkusen players just condoling him there. Of course, no one likes that sort of feeling. Smash like if you hate that. But yeah, this is going to be now a Chelsea drop ball. Due to the referee interfering. Come on, referee, drop it down. Gusto really holding it up. Enzo Maresca having a little bit of a chuckle about it. I mean, personally, Enzo, I wouldn't be, laughing about that sort of stuff. Like, it's not the nicest feeling. I mean, personally, I don't know if you've felt that before. I mean, you should have, but don't know why you're laughing about it. It's now going to be with Cole Palmer. Brilliant pass by Chalobah. I got to say, that was a very good one. And then Cole, just another amazing pass to ESTEVAO there on the right wing. And ESTEVAO's going to run forward. Probably take a shot. It's a deflection. And Flecken does dive. He gets back up quickly. And there's another shot by George. It's going to be a corner there. George really shouldn't have taken a shot. He should have actually cut back. Maybe possibly taken a shot off the right foot. But he does go for a left foot curler. Really shouldn't have done that. He should have really cut back. Now thinking about it a little bit more, because there was a lot of players in the box. There's about 5 players in the box. Corner one, regardless. Let's see what ESTEVAO will do with the corner. Plays it quickly there to Cole Palmer. Now over to Caicedo. Gusto. Caicedo again. Cole Palmer. And Cole holding up the ball a little bit more. Plays it to Gusto quickly. Little cross. Cole Palmer headers. Is going to be cleared away by Leverkusen. And touched by Caicedo back to Gusto. Now on the defense here. Chance for Chelsea to play the ball up forward. And it's going to be now Achiampong. Caicedo. Now over to Cucurella. Now Cucurella passes over to George. See what Tyrick George will do. He passes back to Caicedo. Now to Achiampong. What's the possession stats? Possession stats are 71% possession to Chelsea, 29% possession to Bayer Leverkusen. So Chelsea clearly dominating. Leverkusen 1 shot, 1 on target. Chelsea 9 shots, 4 on target. They've also had 3 big chances, whereas Leverkusen's had 0. So yeah, definitely Chelsea very dominant this game for sure. Ten Hag's going to be wanting to change that in the second half. Otherwise, I can actually see his Bundesliga team, finishing kind of low down on the table. Not like bottom half, but definitely like a middle range finish there from, Ten Hag's strategy. This is Ten Hag football, though. It's what you expect. Caicedo. Cucurella. Cole Palmer. Now back to Achiampong. Now to Caicedo. Cole Palmer again. Now over to Tyreek George. Now all the way back to Achiampong. Gusto. Now Caicedo. Achiampong. Chalobah. Cole Palmer. Little one-touch pass there to Cucurella. Cucurella cannot one-touch pass, but Tyreek George does mop up. Now Cole Palmer in the middle. He's going to cut. Passes in there. Nice little finish. Nice easy little pass there, not finish. He hasn't actually finished yet. Cole Palmer, I did expect him to, though. He does a little loft over. Shoulders the ball over to ESTEVAO. This guy is absolutely insane when he's got the ball. He's not even, barely looks like he's trying when he's playing. He's got that, flair to him that I really enjoy watching. Especially, some of the stuff this guy's doing in the game. And I'm even watching the game. I don't support this team specifically. I, watch games neutrally. And he's just such a joy to watch, Cole Palmer. He really is. Hopefully he gets his start in the World Cup for 2026. Definitely I could see him, performing for England there, especially under Thomas Tuchel. Now, showing Pedro Neto and Reece James in the crowd there. Cucurella. Chalobah. Sorry, not on the crowd, on the bench, should I say. Sorry. Gusto. Achiampong. Gusto again. Martinez also got a yellow card in the Inter Milan versus Monaco game. Of course, that scoreline is 1-0. Goal in the second minute for that game. And it's now going to be with Achiampong. Now, Chalobah. Back to the goalkeeper here. Caicedo, Achiampong. One-touch little play there from Chelsea's midfield. But this is going to be won back by Leverkusen. And it's going to be a play on there after another dive from Bayer Leverkusen. And suddenly the referee's called it back for a free kick. Cole Palmer's complaining, saying, why'd you take 10 minutes to call back? Personally, I have the same feeling. I did feel a free kick. Yeah, that's a free kick, but I don't know why the referee took about 20 minutes to respond to, Leverkusen's appeal there. Hikampier was the one that was affected by that little tackle. And Tapsoba was just telling the referee there something. Don't know what. Probably complaining that he took too long there with the reaction. And let's see what Leverkusen will do from this free kick. This should be a cross into the box. It's not going to be a shot. Too far to the bottom left of the attacking half. Let's see. Come on, Leverkusen, hurry up. Referee, okay, the referee's telling off someone, Ondrej. He's telling him off there. Taps a buzzer listening in. Come on, referee, we don't need a whole story here from the, to the players. It's a friendly, my guy, so can you chill out? Oh my goodness, this guy's taking ages. He's honestly just taking ages here. Okay, Andrich, get back into the wall there. We don't need a whole life lesson from the referee there. Come on. Play the free kick. Okay, there we go. Free kick coming in. It's a deep one, and that was actually on target for a goal, so it was a shot. Insanely enough. Jorgensen did distribute nicely after retaining that. Cole Palmer, brilliant lofted through ball there to Tyreek George. He does give a nice little pass over to ESTEVAO, who's on the left wing. Now ESTEVAO's going to probably cut in, maybe take the shot. No, he's going to play that nicely back over to the defense where Achiampong passes to Cole Palmer. And now it's going to be with Cole Palmer again, just receiving the ball back from Gusto. Caicedo. And that's going to be a one-touch there from Santos. Achiampong. Cole Palmer. Caicedo. Achiampong again. Now over to the right-hand side. Cole Palmer now in more of a right-back position there, just passing back to Achiampong again, who seems to be the center of most passes from midfield to defense, which is, is good, definitely for a youngster, to be that rotationary player, the one that can really pivot the defense to the midfield, then to, follow through for an attack. Jorgensen now with the ball. You're going to play that all the way forward. Long ball trying to find Tony George. Just not the best touch from George, but is absolutely smashed out of the field there by Teller, not taking a chance in terms of keeping the ball in for Chelsea. It's going to be a throw-in. Kukureya now throws back to Chalobah. Now to Gusto. Now over to ESTEVAO. And holding up some play here. It's going to be now passed over by Santos. Now to Achiampong. Gusto. Achiampong. Chalobah. Kukureya just not in the right position. It's going to be a free kick, actually. Wasn't in the right position there, Kukureya, to receive that. Luckily, Chalobah was fouled, so, it doesn't really matter too much. Quickly played. Chalobah to Caicedo. Kukureya, Caicedo. And now let's see. Kukureya back to Caicedo again. And Caicedo taking a while with that one. Achiampong. Gusto. Cole Palmer. Gusto again. Now to Achiampong again. Caicedo. Achiampong. Heavy touch there. Chalobah back all the way to the goalkeeper. Jorgensen. And now over to Achiampong. Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer is going to hold that one up a little bit. Go on, Cole. Give a pass. Okay, you pass over to Chalobah. Chalobah now. To Caicedo. Now to Gusto. Through ball. Trying to find Cole Palmer. Just not reaching him. And that's going to be now a chance for Leverkusen to maybe attack here. They really need to, see something for this half. And that's a brilliant open-up play there from Teller. He is marked pretty heavily by Kukureya pretty quickly as well. Andrich now, skills pass one. Leverkusen players appealing for a free kick. The Chelsea players saying that's on the ball, but the referee saying no, it is going to be a free kick here. Let's take a look at the replay. Caicedo saying this is 100% on the ball. Let's have a look. So the first one by Kukureya is. Then this is Andrich. That is 100% on the ball. There is no way that should be a free kick. That is not a free kick. I mean, he actually kind of at the back there. He just wrapped his leg around, but it was on the ball, the tackle, initially. Referee making some harsh calls in this game. Very good chance now for Chelsea to... Leverkusen to actually get ahead here. Sorry, not Chelsea. Leverkusen. Grimaldo will be taking. Let's see what Grimaldo will do. Let's see. Come on, Grimaldo. And that's a shot saved by Jorgensen. Brilliant. That was a brilliant free kick, actually, by Grimaldo. Leverkusen fans applauding that one. That was actually a very good free kick. And, yeah, just, not the best in terms of dip. Maybe it should have stayed up a little bit higher. But Jorgensen, brilliant save. Brilliant free kick in the end. Nothing really too much to complain about that one, I got to say. And Grimaldo will be taking the corner. Let's see what he can do with this. So Grimaldo crossing that in, and there's a little bit of a scramble in the box. ESTEVAO does manage to win it, and he's going to try and bring this one out. That's a very big slide tackle there. Should be a free kick there for Chelsea. ESTEVAO is, the recipient of that injury, and the player to do the slide tackle, Hincampier. Let's have a look. That was a very risky slide tackle to do, I gotta say. Yeah, that's a free kick all day. If he had just not put that right leg, through his legs there, it would have been fine. But yeah, it's a free kick. Chalobah, Jorgensen. And now Jorgensen now passing to Caicedo. Now to ESTEVAO. Gusto. Caicedo. See what Caicedo will do. Passes over to Chalobah. Cucurella. Now to Achiampong. Gusto. Back to Achiampong again. And Achiampong controls. Plays it back to Chalobah. And that's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper there, Jorgensen. Jorgensen now passes to Caicedo. And now to Achiampong. Plays that forward there. Gusto now. And let's see what Chelsea can do with this ball. They played to Caicedo. Cole Palmer. And little 1-2s from Santos and Cole Palmer. And now over to Gusto. ESTEVAO. Now back to Gusto again. Back over to Achiampong. And that's going to be a little pass there from Caicedo. Just a risky one, actually. Chalobah losing the ball, but he does retain it after a deflection. And all the way back to Jorgensen there. That got a little bit too risky for Chelsea, I think, to, really go for that. And Caicedo. Jorgensen. Long ball. And that's going to be just barely touched there. It is won by Tyreek George, though. Brilliant from him. And that's a brilliant pass from Tyreek George. He actually is he's been shown vision in this game. ESTEVAO takes the shot, saved. And then Tyreek George takes a shot. It is saved again through a deflection. And cleared away by Leverkusen there. They did a good job to clear that one. Wow, that was a brilliant, pass from George there. Really finding that vision to ESTEVAO on the right wing. From that left back slot, just ESTEVAO he's unlucky to not finish that one. Definitely unlucky. Cole Palmer. Now back to Caicedo. Caicedo, long ball there. Just trying to find Cucurella running onto the ball. And that's going to be caught by Flecken. No real danger there. Haven't seen much of Delap in this second half, I got to say. So the second half of the first half. He really has been, he was good in positionary terms. He was really good in that sort of terms. But, in this, he hasn't really been, lucky. George there, by the way, really committing a strong foul there for absolutely no reason. Ondrich. And they're just showing on the replay here, that little pass from George over to ESTEVAO was 100% onside. He cuts in there, ESTEVAO, shoots right at Flecken's face. Lucky he saved that. Goalkeeping arms in the right position there. And Grimaldo now to Hincampié. And now all the way back to the defense where we have Tapsoba. And that's a nice little pass over into the midfield there where Garcia tries to get rid of it. It's going to be now Teller. And what do I think about Garnacho, Chelsea new potential left wing? I honestly think that George has proven himself in this game. I think he also proved a little bit in the Club World Cup as well, that he's got that quality. But I do think that Garnacho will be a nice little rotationary player. I don't think he'll be a full-on starting every game. Of course, Chelsea was also targeting Xavi Simons. So I don't know who they're going to really play there. They've got a lot of quality players, Chelsea, so they're going to have to really decide who to sacrifice. By the way, Monaco just scored. It's now 2-0 to Inter. So Monaco 2, Inter 0. But yeah, I think that Garnacho will probably start more than George, but I don't know. I feel like Garnacho should have gone to a club that doesn't already have, a whole plethora of attackers. I mean, it's a good club to go to because, you're definitely getting an upgrade in terms of the football you're going to be playing this season. And maybe, potentially starting some more games, but it really just depends on if he impresses Enzo Maresca in the training. Because right now, it really is looking like George is so good in that left wing slot. Halftime, by the way, guys, just there. I don't know why we ended the half about 10 seconds early. Don't know why that is. I know my clock was 10 seconds behind, but we still ended at 44.50 for some weird reason there. 1-0 for Chelsea against Leverkusen, who had a 0 there, a big 0, and I still think it's going to retain a big 0 for the rest of the match, just because, honestly, in all honesty, I do think that Ten Hag was not the right coach to get. I do 100% think so. I think Ten Hag is an Eredivisie coach, and he only will ever be an Eredivisie coach. So, yeah, definitely I do think, they should have really gone for someone maybe with a bit more, of a good resume, good reputation, someone that you can rely on in big games. Maybe it'll be proven wrong, though. We never know how he's going to go in a new club. We have to wait. And is Fati in the lineup? No, Fati and Pogba are not playing today. Definitely they should be playing, though, when Ligue 1 starts. I don't think they're going to play, though, for the remainder of the friendlies. Maybe one friendly, they might. But, yeah, Pogba and Fati are not playing. Also, when did Hradecki join Monaco? I was going to say, I remember him last season being in Leverkusen, but yeah, he's in Monaco now, which is insane. It still says on FootMob that he's in Leverkusen, but yeah, I guess his transfer must have been pretty recent, like maybe today or yesterday. Sorry, not today. Otherwise, he wouldn't be playing. Let's read the halftime stats here before I get a drink of water in the break. 77% ball possession for Chelsea. 12 shots from Chelsea, 5 on target, 3 big chances, 2 big chances missed. 306 accurate passes, 94% accuracy, 6 fouls and 4 corners. For Leverkusen, 23% ball possession, 2 shots, 2 on target, 0 big chances, 73 accurate passes, 77% accuracy, 6 fouls, 3 corners. So Leverkusen absolutely behind in every aspect of the game, except for big chances missed, and that's because they've had 0 big chances. But yeah, not good from Leverkusen, not good at all. Smash like if you hate Ten Hag. But yeah, so I'm going to get a drink of water, guys, and I'll see you guys in the second half. Let me put on the foot news here just so you could see any of the information about this game so far. And also remove the pre-match stats thing at the top. There we go. And set this timer for 15 minutes. 30 minutes. Should start in. Wait a minute. If I go and add a halftime thing, that would be pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to do that when I mute the mic. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we are back. Welcome back for the second half of this stream here, where we're going to continue watching Leverkusen versus Chelsea. Of course, the match starts in just under 2 minutes. So, yeah, hopefully we get, some more goals from Chelsea. Hopefully maybe one from Leverkusen. Let's be honest, we want to see one goal from Leverkusen, at least, minimum. And I'm sure Leverkusen fans want to see a little bit more than that as well. But yeah, this match is going to be continuing. Let's go over to the proper little live scene here. I've sort of shifted the camera perspective, so this one might be a little bit better. I don't know. We'll have a look if this is like a nice little perspective here, because maybe, it looks cool. But there, also you guys see Ronaldo up close. But W's. So, yeah, we're going to be continuing watching this one, and hopefully we see goals. Hopefully we do. Let's just get back onto the commentary lineup here. So, personally, for substitutes, I do think maybe it's going to be, Pedro coming on instead of Liam Delap. Liam Delap didn't really do much, I got to say. Also, Pedro Neto should maybe come on as well. And Jamie Gittins. Oh, there are some substitutes actually occurring right now as well. And here we go. Also, there we go. That should be good. So, yeah, Jamie Gittins, João Pedro, Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez, I do think should all come on. They've done a couple here. I think that it's Hato coming on. Is that Hato? I think so. So, Hato's come on. I think Adarabio is also on as well. Dasugo's on as well. Dario Asugo, midfielder. Pedro Neto's also on too, which is good. Love to see Neto. So, yeah. Okay, let's hopefully get a better second half here. Chelsea is going to be taking the kickoff. At least it's not 0-0. Here we go. Referee, come on, signal this one. And second half has begun there. So, ESTEVAO does take the kickoff for us. He's now playing striker. And it looks like Neto is going to be filling up that more right-wing spot. Liam Delap is also playing sort of a striker. So it's more of a double striker formation, I think. So, yeah, that's interesting. Also, looks like there's a little bit of pressure there from George. And there's going to be a little play here quickly from Leverkusen. Straight at the start here, they really need to, get back into this game with a goal. Ondric now just playing it over to Teller. And now it's going to go straight to Tapsoba. A little pass from Kwanzaa. Now Tapsoba. Now over to Hinsapie or Hinkampie. Don't know if the C in his name is silent. I genuinely don't know. A lot of people pronounce different footballers' names a little bit differently all the time. But yeah, I think it's with a C, I think, Hinkampie. So Dario Asugo has come on. So Pedro Neto's also come on. Cole Palmer has come off for Neto. That's going to be a cross into the box by Gusto, and that's going to be a corner for Chelsea. Bayer Leverkusen do clear that one. Nice corner there. So Gusto should be, maybe one of the back receivers. Neto's going to be taking the corner here. It was a nice actual cross from Gusto, I got to say. Usually Chelsea go for that far post. So, we can see the likes of maybe Achiampong or Hato receive this corner. Smash like 4 corners. And let's see what they do here. Come on, Neto. Send it in. Crossed. Yep, it's a deep cross, as I expected. Kind of didn't go that far. It was more of a lobbed, actually, an arched high cross. More so than deep, actually, to correct myself there. Sorry, keep looking there. The camera's there. Chalobah also came off before. Tosin's now on. So, Tosin on, which is good. Love to see him. He was very good in the Club World Cup. And this is going to be another sub. Alex Garcia and Mensa is now on as well. So that is another substitute. And it's going to be with Tosin now. Gusto. And it's now with Neto. A little pass there from ESTEVAO. Neto gives a cross, trying to find Liam Delap, and just doesn't reach him. And now it's going to be with Grimaldo in the left-back slot. CR7 looks like a screen image from international friendlies. Oh, he does. Yeah, CR7. He is promoting the international friendlies, so I guess he is. Tosin there, just kicking the ball out. It's going to be a throw. Of course, I am doing that challenge on Tuesday as well, where I'm doing a sue for every view of the live stream, every view of the short that I posted about it, which is over 1,000 views now. So it's like, 1,000 sues. And every like and sub as well, so make sure to sub up for that. And also, don't miss a watch along. Okay, and it looks like that Grimaldo might be injured here on the ground. Ten Hag isn't happy about that because Grimaldo is one of the better players for Leverkusen. I actually do like watching him play. He's very, fast, very pacey. He can play that left wing back slot very nicely. Overlaps into attack when needed. He's very good at defense. He is just an all-round player, I feel like, Grimaldo. That's hardcore. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge for sure. And it's going to be Gusto now. Playing that to Neto. And let's see what Neto does. He just plays it back there to Tosin. And now with Gusto again. Hato opening himself up as for a possible receive. And just goes back instead. And that's going to be kicked down the field by Jorgensen. Now received by Liam Delap. That's going to be just intercepted. Now with Leverkusen. Just trying to bring the ball forward. And that's cleared up. Neto. And Neto pacing this one down. The right-hand side, he's just shoved there a little bit. There should be a referee play advantage. Yep, so it is going to be played back there. And it's going to be Gusto now. ESTEVAO, very nice touch, but it's just... It does go at the end a little bit wonky. It was a brilliant touch, I thought, at first. Because he does like that nice little chop back. But unfortunately, yeah. You're in Kazakhstan for camping for boxing. Oh, interesting, Clicks. Interesting. Well, hope you enjoy your time in Kazakhstan, I guess. And nice to see you. Nice to see you on the channel again. And this is now back into the defense there with Hinasipe. Now over to Quansah. Now to Flecken. Quansah. And let's see what Quansah does here. Just going to play that straight out. It's going to be a throw in here for Leverkusen, I think. Yeah, might have been defended actually there by George in the end. Can't say you want Chelsea to win as a rival club, but you like Cole Palmer. Yeah, Cole Palmer's a good player. I like him too. He's definitely, cool, calm, and collected. Unfortunately, he's subbed off now. Of course, he was subbed off for Neto, but yeah, I do like Cole. Understandable. And this is now back to Flecken. And Flecken does a little chip over into Andrich. Now with Tapsoba. Kante. Yeah, Kante is very likable as well. Love Kante. And this is now a ball back for Chelsea. Just an intercept there. And Gusto now over to Tosin. Back to Gusto. Now to Neto. See what Neto can do here. He passes that one in nicely to Delap. That's a nice hold-up play from Delap as well. And there's a possible cross for Chelsea and a lot of interceptions. Liam Delap trying to go up for the header. Neto does receive in the box. It's now with Gusto. That was a little good play from Neto there. That's what we need to see in the World Cup. We do need to see that sort of play from Neto. It's now going to be with Tosin. Now over to Achiampong. Now with George. Can't George give it the cross, and that's going to be a corner for Chelsea. Tariq George having the game as his life at the moment. In terms of passing, his vision has just been excellent in this game. He's been excelling in vision and passing. Let's see that header from Liam Delap. Yeah, Andrich just shoves him off. I don't think it's a penalty. There was an appeal for a penalty. It's not a penalty. So let's see what Neto does with the corner here. He just plays it short. Just plays it to ESTEVAO. That's going to be back over into the defense there where Achiampong just passes it to ESTEVAO. Back. And yes, rest in peace, Jota, of course. And that is going to be a goal kick there for Leverkusen. Just a misfired shot there from ESTEVAO. Yeah, just misfired. And that goes just behind the goal there instead of in front of it. He does try and hit it on the volley. Is, a nice little shot to attempt. But again, it's not the best. Really should have maybe cut back. Don't know why not many players do cut back. More players, I feel like in these, recent seasons have been very selfish with the ball. I mean, it's good in sometimes, but sometimes it isn't so great. Definitely before, you could say it was good in that first initial build-up play for the goal because that was brilliant. It was, self-play by Cole Palmer. He did set up the whole thing. And then ESTEVAO, nice finish. But definitely, not just with Chelsea, I'm talking generally in all teams. Aren't I 17? I'm 18, actually, Clicks. I turned 18 about 2 months ago. So, yeah. And I don't have to have one, I'm just, like myself how I am. It's going to be Incantipié. I cannot say that guy's name. Tosin. Neto. Now with, who is that? I think that's with Santos. Yeah. Santos still on. I thought he went off. No problem, Clicks. No problem. It's all good. Gusto. Let's see what Gusto does. Gusto, I feel like, is actually very good in that right back slot. Definitely, one of these upcoming, top right backs. I feel like he's going to be a top right back. George fires that absolutely to the sky there. What the heck was that, George? Really shouldn't have done that, but okay. He does the right thing, cutting in. It's just so high. Oh, my goodness. Not even close to the goal. They're really a waste. And just waiting for the, play on here. It's going to be Flecken just passing the ball to Tapsoba for the goal kick. And let's see what Tapsoba does. Just passes it to Flecken. And he's now going to pass that to Ondrich. It's going to be with Campier. And now it's going to be Tapsoba just giving a long ball there, trying to find Mazza. And it's now going to be collected by Tosin, sent all the way back. Possibly to Jorgensen. No, he actually doesn't pass to Jorgensen there. Just holds up the ball here. You got lagged? Yeah, I mean, I personally, the stream actually didn't say it lagged, so maybe it was just your side there, CDF. But for me, the stream actually didn't lag, so I don't know. That's a misfired opportunity for Leverkusen. Close there for a opener. Very close. Patrick Schick just not hitting that on target. He should have really hit that one, with a bit more precision. Hi, Zo3Ella. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, he should have really hit that a little bit better. It's just so lofted. I think it was actually blocked by Tosin, maybe. But let's have a quick look here. So the initial play was set up by Achiampong slipping over the ball, just giving it there to Mazza. And then, yeah, it is blocked by Tosin. So it's going to be a corner for Leverkusen. So Schick, unlucky not to finish, actually. And what's my prediction for Leverkusen this season? I think they're going to finish in top 10, but I don't think they're going to finish in the top 3 or 4. I think they will be outside of there. I do think that they've lost, their main, midfield. They've lost, I keep looking up there. They've lost their main midfield, Florian Wirtz, Granit Xhaka. Their club's under a transformation. They lost Radecki, their main goalkeeper. So, yeah, 100%. It's going to be tough to build. Also, Frimpong, forgot about him. It's going to be tough to rebuild, especially Leverkusen now under Ten Hag. I don't think he can personally do it. I think he'll be, sacked after maybe 1 season, maybe 1.5 seasons. But 100%, I don't think they're going to finish within the top 4 or 5. I think they're going to be, maybe in that 6th position or 7th position. Definitely not what you can expect under Xabi Alonso for sure. And you can see it in this game. I mean, let's have a look at the stats here quickly. They've had 2 shots in the whole game. They've literally had 2 shots. Chelsea's had 16. And they've had 28% possession, 128 passes. Chelsea's had, around 400 passes. And it's just really, it's atrocious, their stats here. I think if Ten Hag can stabilize the defense and unlock Mazza and Schick up front, they could surprise. Yeah, definitely you can't doubt just based on friendlies, of course. As it's common knowledge, don't doubt based on friendlies. And for sure, I feel like that Ten Hag maybe can transform it. He really has to, commit to the signings. I think Quansah was a good signing, good one to find. I feel like, yeah, he definitely needs to keep Schick, keep, developing him into that, style of striker that, Leverkusen needs more of a poaching type of striker. By the way, that was a pinball of deflections right there in the Leverkusen box. And quick distribution from Flecken. I think Flecken's actually pretty decent as a goalkeeper. Mazza's been showing signs of very, quick pace, very strong winger, which is good. Love to see that. Garcia, I think, is going to be crucial. I think he's going to be very crucial for that midfield for Leverkusen this season, especially as well Ondric. But definitely Garcia, I feel like it's more going to be more so a crucial player. Same with Tapsoba in the defense there, sort of leading the defense. Grimaldo, I don't know if he's staying. I still think he is targeted by Al Nassr. I still think, they're building their squad. He might be convinced to come if they offer, a very lucrative contract. Especially, the era of Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso's finished. Maybe he wants to, start a new chapter. It would make sense. But yeah, definitely if Grimaldo does stay, he's going to be very crucial for them on that left side. He's going to provide pace in the attack and defense. But at the moment, you're just going to have to hope, Leverkusen fans, that Ten Hag does really make some right decisions in terms of signings. He is doing 2 substitutions at the moment here. All I can say is Ten Hag's better than Pioli. I will say that, actually. Pioli's actually worse than Ten Hag. Didn't even know that was possible, but it is. Pioli is absolute joke. And the 2 substitutions, Hikampié has come off, and he is replaced by Axel Tape. And coming on is going to be who? Let's have a look. Come on, give us the information. It's going to be someone else coming off there. They showed Hikampié's number 2 times, actually. Don't know why they did that. It's kind of weird. Someone else coming on there. It's going to be number 35, Christian Kofan has come on, and Mazza has come off. So Mazza off, and it's going to be Kofan on. Makes sense. Maybe changing up that attack. Maybe see if there's some difference they can make. Mazza had a decent game. Don't think he was the worst. Definitely, Leverkusen have had to defend a lot this game. So, we haven't really got to see much of Patrick Schick specifically. We've seen a lot of, Grimaldo and Hikampié. We saw a lot of Tapsoba and Quansah as well. They've been sort of involved in everything. Same with Alex Garcia. I feel like he's been involved in a lot of the plays here for Leverkusen. But definitely, they've been very defensive mode. Chelsea's been very pressuring. It's really funny how Xhaka left Leverkusen this season from UCL to low-table EPL club. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like he's done the same thing as what I was expecting Grimaldo maybe to do and still do. Xabi Alonso's era is over, start a new chapter, come back to the Premier League. That Sunderland side as well is looking, it's actually looking good. Especially if he leads that Sunderland side, Granit Xhaka. I saw he was the captain on their first game back. They definitely look very good. Now with, some of their new signings that they've made with that Joe Bellingham money. But yeah, for sure, I do think that Sunderland can actually stay up if, they full commit to this side and they, have that hunger inside of them to stay in the Premier League. I do think possible relegation teams could be this season West Ham as well as Everton. Everton have never been relegated, but I do think maybe this season will be their final season in the Premier League before the first relegation. I don't think Nottingham will get relegated. I'm trying to think of some other teams. Who else will get relegated? I think the other 2 teams that came up, I think, will get relegated. Unfortunately, Leeds. I don't really see much hope in terms of, getting through there. I think maybe one of the sides that got promoted will get up and stay up. But I don't think all 3 will stay up, to be honest. Because, the Premier League now has had the same teams, excluding the relegated, the newly promoted teams. Excluding them, they've had the same sets. So, they've really got to settle into Premier League life and develop. So it's going to be really hard to knock one of them out of the Prem. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So let me just fix this up quickly. There we go. This is going to go back here to Leverkusen's defense. Quansah, Tapsoba. Quansah now over to Grimaldo. Quansah's actually moved over to the left-back slot. Like the left centre-back, should I say. He's going to receive the ball again here, Quansah. Just a pass there from Mensah. And he gives a long ball, trying to find Patrick Schick up forward. Schick does control and kicks it straight out. It's going to be a goal kick. Not great from Schick there. Do think it's time to sub him off. I think bringing on Boniface maybe just might, give Schick a little bit of a break from this game. It doesn't look in the mode here. Kind of like what Chelsea are doing right now with Liam Delap, because they are actually subbing off Liam Delap here, Chelsea. Enzo Maresca's doing 2 subs. Glatt coming off. And it looks like that Pedro's going to come on here. Yeah, Pedro's coming on. And who else is going to be coming on here? It's going to be number 11 for who? Chelsea. Yeah, Jamie Gittins is going to be coming on. It's so cold in Kazakhstan. Yeah, I can imagine. It's so cold there. Clicks, 100%. Tyreek George coming off. Jamie Gittins on. Imagine Jude at Barcelona. El Clasico becomes a full-blown Bellingham family feud. Mom and dad in the stands, one wearing a half and half scarf, trying not to cheer too loudly for either son. Yeah, that would be cool. Job versus Jude in the El Clasico. I can see Job, staying at Dortmund for maybe a bit longer than Jude did. But I feel like he will eventually leave to a bigger club. I do think so. Like, I know Dortmund's a very big club, but I mean like a full, winning titles every season club. That's where I do expect him to end up in, with this type of gameplay that we saw in the Club World Cup. He literally carrying Dortmund on his back. He's wearing the number 7 at Dortmund as well now, Job. So it'll be interesting to see how he, plays up with such a big number, And you train every 3 hours. Interesting, Click. So well, that's amazing. Training that frequently is definitely going to improve your boxing, especially in the cold as well. I can know that playing sports in the cold 100% is always an improvement, improving factor. That's why the Premier League itself is so tough because, most of the games are in pretty cool weather compared to, some other leagues. And it's now going to be Jamie Gittins' first touch of the ball. Let's see what he can do. Of course, he came from Dortmund, if I can remember correctly. He does actually pass that one in, and that's just missed there from ESTEVAO. He could have had his second goal on his debut. Oh, so unlucky from ESTEVAO there. Brilliant play from Jamie Gittins. I've got to say, he did amazing there. First of all, pacing past literally Teller with absolute ease. He wasn't even trying. Got past him and just gives it to ESTEVAO on a plate. ESTEVAO should have finished. Not great from ESTEVAO there. Really should have finished that one. Could have had his second. Unlucky. Jamie Gittins so far, absolutely, looking great. You got beat up by 3 Kazakh people in sparring. I thought they would play cool, but you got cooked. I see, never underestimate Clicks, I guess. A moral lesson. Ondrich to Grimaldo. Now back to the defense there. Kwanzaa. Now Tapsoba. It's going to be with Grimaldo there. See what Grimaldo can do. He's actually shoved off the ball by Reece James, who is now on, I think. Yeah, Reece James is on. It seems like, he got subbed on. So it was a triple substitution before Gittins, Pedro, and Reece James all came on. Also, wasn't Jamie Gittins called Bino Gittins before? Like, I swear he was. I don't know if that's just my imagination, but I swear there was someone called Bino Gittins before. I always thought that was Jamie Gittins, but, unless he's just shortened his name now. And there's very quick play going on here for Leverkusen. Just a missed shot there from Adli. Really should have finished that one. Sorry, not Adli. I think that was Kafan. Was that Kafan? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was. No, it was Adli. Yeah, it was Adli. Kafan did a nice shielding play. That's what it was. What time is it for me? For you, it's almost 1 o'clock at night. Yeah, for me, it's 10:23 p.m. So pretty late for both of us, I guess. I guess you're more late, Click, so 1 a.m.'s pretty late. We're also not going to be streaming Chelsea versus AC Milan on Sunday, I don't think. I had that in my schedule, but we will be streaming a bunch more games on the channel there, guys, because I've put in the community tab all 40-plus games I think that we're streaming of football, so make sure to check that out. And let me know what games I should stream if I haven't written down your specific game on there. I'll try and do all of them. And this is now going to be Chelsea here with Gittins. Now over to Reece James. Now Neto. Come on, Neto. Let's see what you can do. Cross. Back post. No one. No one got that. Not the best cross from Neto. Not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. Paces forward, cuts back, and then he does a nice left foot cross. But yeah, just no one. I actually think more of the receiver's fault there. No one really jumped for that one. Just showing Gittins' play here again, where he passed to ESTEVAO. He really is just absolutely skillful, Jamie Gittins. He really does look like he's going to be a very good talent for Chelsea. That's why I don't think, it's a good idea to keep buying players, Chelsea. Garnacho, and then you're going to try and buy Xavi Simons. I mean, you've got George, you've got Gittins, you've got some other players as well. Definitely Pedro's going to be starting some games. 100% don't know why they're trying to buy every left winger on the planet when really, I don't think half of them are going to start most games. So they're going to have to be careful here, not getting too many star players, not star players, like starting players, to not, cause maybe tensions in the club. Players not starting usually tend to get annoyed, especially if you started every game at your former club. You snatched the Ballon d'Or before the ceremony even started. Dembele's in the corner like it's a heartbreak. Yeah. Sorry, Dembele. It's actually my Ballon d'Or now. I mean, my performance this year is like the go to football. Personally, another Ballon d'Or to add to my collection of 20 plus. Plus, I have a Super Ballon d'Or, of course. But yeah, sorry, Dembele. It's definitely mine. Definitely. And there's a quick little play from Gittins and just not finding the cross to ESTEVAO. Oh, no. Flecken catches that. Flecken's actually got the highest rating for Leverkusen, which just tells you all you need to know about this game so far. Literally just illustrates the game pretty clearly. Tapsoba. Grimaldo. Ondric. What's Ondric going to do? He's going to just play it back to Tapsoba. And that's a nice little through ball there by Tapsoba, just finding Mensah. Now with Comparesa. And now to Ondric. Tapsoba, Ondric. Little through ball there by Ondric to find Mensah again. Now Grimaldo, Mensah. And Grimaldo back to Quansah. Now to Tapsoba. That's a good through ball by Tapsoba. That's a very good through ball by Tapsoba. That should be a free kick and possibly a yellow card. Oh, offside. Okay. Because I was going to say, if that was, in on goal. By the way, that linesman looks like John Stones. Is that his brother? Like anyone watching that game, genuinely, that is John Stones' brother right there. But yeah, just offside. That would have been actually a red card, I feel like. Ten Hag's telling Boniface here to, keep some strength, muscle before he gets subbed on here, because he's about to be subbed on now. Victor Boniface. Patrick Schick is coming off. I will say Leverkusen done a good job. Better than PSG. They've kept them at a 1-0. They've kept Chelsea at a 1-0 so far. It can easily be a 1-1. Can easily be a 2-0. But yeah, Leverkusen, I will say, very good job keeping this team, this team that's performed so well against supposedly the best team in the world. Definitely, keeping them in check defensively. They are playing very defensive, Leverkusen, but it's a good job. I deserve a gaming room. This is my gaming room. Where I sleep is also where I play, The room might look slightly smaller on camera. It might look like, very small. But it's a little bit bigger than what it appears to be. Neto. And that's now to Pedro. Reece James. Neto again. Neto passes that into Santos, I think that was. And then it's now going to be with Pedro. Reece James. Neto again. Neto getting ready to possibly cross. That's going to be ESTEVAO. Reece James. Tosin. Achiampong. Gittins. See what Gittins does. Going to play that in there. It's going to be now a nice little control from Santos. Reece James. Neto. See what Pedro Neto is going to do. He's going to pass it into Reece James. Gives a cross. One touch. That was a terrible cross there. There is some pace here from Gittins to try and reach that ball. And it's going to be blasted away by Leverkusen into the defense here. Jorgensen should just collect this. Yep. He's going to pass it to Tosin. 18 minutes left on this game. Now 17 minutes just about. It's going to be now with Achiampong. And now over to Reece James. It's going to be Reece James just holding up the ball here. Passes that through there. Controlled by Santos, and it's going to be collected back by Grimaldo. Nice little tackle by Grimaldo. Passes that through there to Tapsoba. Ondric now into the midfield here, where we now have a little bit of a run happening by Leverkusen. Not the best run because it is just stopped immediately. Kofane not really, finding space to do any passes there. It's going to be slotted down the field there by Tapsoba. Doesn't reach any of the forwards there. Does not reach a single one. Mensah not available to collect that. And Reece James, lob. Neto does do a header. And Neto is still holding the ball up here. You know why your streams hit different, but you need to go full speed mode, fireworks, backflip, and chaos. Codex, the reason is like I'm just trying to be myself, I don't really find, passion in doing absolutely insanely crazy stuff. Like I feel like it's more a speeds thing. Whereas I'm more myself, just being, with you guys, talking with you guys. Of course, during a football game, you can't really do that sort of crazy stuff, but just try to enjoy football, And during the gaming stuff, we do obviously do some bit different stuff, but still, yeah. Also just depends on the time of the stream. Sometimes some streams obviously don't hit as hit differently than others. Of course, El Nasser streams different than this stream, which is different than the only up streams or whatever. But yeah, it's just about finding the movement, finding the patterns, and you just go and just try and enjoy, I guess. Achi and Pong. Little contact there. Chelsea players run into each other. Don't know why they did that. That's kind of weird. But yeah, ESTEVAO just absolutely slams straight into his teammate there and actually manages to win a free kick. Yeah, so it's like a three-way collision there. Ondric into ESTEVAO, which is into Asugo, and given a free kick for Chelsea there. And triple substitution for Chelsea. One more. And it looks like that it's going to be... who is coming off? Achiampong coming off there. So Josh Achiampong coming off. And on comes Anselmino, which another hard name to pronounce there. Who else we got coming on there? Andre Santos coming off. And on comes Raksaki. And I think there's one more. ESTEVAO coming off. And on comes who? Who's coming on? I think that's... Is that Antwi? Yeah, Antwi. Antwi's coming on. ESTEVAO, good job. 1 goal. Your debut goal. You're the only person to score in the game as well. So, definitely if it stays as a 1-0 for the full game, Chelsea's going to get more than 1 goal, of course. But if it stays at 1-0, ESTEVAO's going to be pretty pleased with himself. Scored the winner and the only goal in the game. But, yeah. It's going to be now with Jorgensen now passing over to his teammate there in the left side. Who is now in that left-back slot? Someone's in that left-back slot. I cannot see from this camera angle here. They've got a very bad angle here on the zone. Reece James. It's going to be now with Tosin. And Tosin's going to pace this one forward now to Asugo. And he just passes that straight back into the defense once again. Is Neto playing at the back? Who is that guy? It's one of the new guys that just got subbed on. I think, yeah, it's Anselmino, I think, actually. He must be playing in the left back slot. I didn't expect him to play there, but okay. Reece James. Wouldn't have made sense for Neto to be back there, I'm going to be honest. Anselmino now. And gives it away, trying to find a pass to Gittins, but just, completely gives that one away. It's going to be a throw-in, though, for Chelsea, just kicked out by Teller. Anselmino. Now into the midfield there with Asugo. Asugo one touch with João Pedro. Now over to Tosin. Reece James. And Reece James finds a lovely little through ball. That was a brilliant through ball, actually, by Reece James. Now going to be with an attack here. Neto passing over onto the right side. And now back to Pedro Neto again. A little one touch there from one of the new substitutes, Antwi. Now to Tosin. This goes all the way back to the defense. And Selmino now. 2M, you're out. Before you go, Visca. Okay. Well, W Barca fans, I guess, Codex W for being a Barca fan. Personally, Real Madrid fan, but, respect, because you're actually nice. So, W's. Best of luck to Rafinha as well in the Ballon d'Or. Best of luck, and hopefully, he can maybe get, maybe a win or a top 3 for sure. Not going to say something about Yamal, but definitely Rafinha. I feel like he's good. I like Rafinha, especially those Leeds days, Leeds United days, where Rafinha was clutch, that guy. And this is now going to be with Teller. And now all the way back to Tapsoba. And there's a little bit of pressure there from Antwi, but he's just, a little bit more lax compared to, ESTEVAO and some of the others that were on earlier in the first half. That's a brilliant pass. Don't know who did that. I think it was a Sugo to Neto. Neto has a chance to maybe shoot. He does. And saved by Fleck, and that's going to be a chance, that Chelsea really, could have finished, but they didn't again. Unlucky because, that was a brilliant save by Flecken, actually. Nothing really more Neto could have done to make a difference there. Reece James. Now to Antwi. And there's a little pause here, actually. I think there's an injury. Someone's injured on the floor here. Let's see. So Neto comes forward. He cuts back. Takes a shot. So who's injured? Don't know who's injured on the ground. Someone's injured. Who are they checking? They're not showing anyone here. I don't know what they're showing, to be honest. They're just showing Neto continually. Was Neto on the ground? Or are they checking VAR or something? Like, what's going on here specifically? Didn't know VAR was in friendlies. Let's see. Oh, are they checking if the ball actually went over the line? I don't know. Definitely didn't. ESTEVAO, they're just showing his goal there. Brilliant finish from ESTEVAO. Getting the only goal of the game so far. With 10 minutes to go. Still looks like it's actually going to be the only goal of the game. Okay, so there was an injury there. It looks like that one. Grimaldo's actually come off with an injury. Yeah, because he's taken his boot off there. So it was a player down. Don't know what they're actually, not showing on the camera there for some reason. But there is a sub. It's going to be Howie Gorst coming on. And it's going to be Grimaldo off. And there looks to be another sub occurring as well. I think it's going to be one of the new players to Leverkusen. One of the youngsters. So it's going to be, I think, is that Teller coming off? And who's coming on in his place? I think it's probably going to be Traore. Reece James is talking to the referee here. Okay, it's going to be a play on there. Couldn't really see the guy's number. I think that's Traore that's come on. Issa Traore, but we have to see. The referee's actually just stopped the game here again for a second. It's giving last season Jude Bellingham energy, just vibing in the shadows while Lamine Yamal steals all the spotlight in TikTok ads. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying as well. I feel like Rafinha's, in the shadows. He's overshadowed by, since most of the Barca fans are, of course, Spanish, so during the Nations League, they're going to hype up Yamal a bit more. And, of course, he's younger, so they're going to hype him up a little bit more. Personally, I don't think Yamal actually makes it into the top 3. I think he can, for sure make it into top 5. But top 3, for me, is probably going to be between Nuno Mendes. I actually had as my winner. I think he's very underrated as a left-back. He's actually overshadowed by Dembele because he was the Nations League MVP, Nations League MVP of the final, of the whole tournament. Best in the Champions League. He was so good. Not the MVP there, but he was very good in Champions League. And also in Ligue 1. Dembele definitely in top 3 for sure. He's definitely a favourite. And then I also think Rafinha is the third top 3 candidate. Yamal's in 4th or 5th somewhere. I do think Salah just, best individual season for sure. Individually based on statistical records broken, in the Premier League as well. Definitely he had a very, very good season. Unfortunately, he couldn't back that up with, trophies besides the Premier League. Champions League, his performance there was, poor. So I don't think he might not make it into the top 5, if I'm going to be honest. Most likely it'll be Vitinha or Hakimi or someone in the top 5 as well. Someone from PSG, I think. Lewandowski will be maybe 7th or 8th, I think, as well. I guarantee they'll put... I actually have a very strong feeling Lewandowski is going to be 7th or 8th, just because I feel like that's just a position he'll be in. I don't know why. I just have it envisioned in my mind that Mbappe's 6th, Lewandowski's like 7th. And then they're going to put someone like Vinny or... Sorry, not Vinny, Bellingham in like 8th or something. Or someone from PSG in 8th. It's back to Tosin. Now to Reece James. Through ball there to João Pedro. Brilliant. Oh, I thought he was going to do a very good pass there. That's why I already lined up the brilliant there, but it's, you know, it's not. I've really had a different set of vision there from João Pedro, because he really should pass it off to the left through the 2 players that literally just opened up. It was like a free goal, basically. He just passed it over instead to another Leverkusen player. And hi, Patrick. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Gittins there, just kicking the ball out. It's going to be a throw-in, though. He just kick it off a player. And Leverkusen do win the ball back there. Tapsoba passing to Kwanzaa, and now they're just going to try and maybe play this up. They need probably a equalizer here, if anything. Now 5 minutes remaining. So, you know, they need to start pushing now. They need to start pushing. Smash like for Leverkusen's Ten Hag. Leverkusen's Ten Hag's Leverkusen. Can I speak? Like, honestly, what the heck? And that's going to be a little pass there, Tosin. Now over to the goalkeeper again, Jorgensen. It's going to be Achiampong. And now to Tosin again. Chelsea really just have to play defensively now. Did I see Soccer Manager 2026? Again, I haven't really had time, Patrick. I guess, you know what? I can look at it now. I'll look at it right now, actually. So I can do it on stream because, you know, this match is pretty much dead anyway. Let's go. Soccer Manager 2026. Misfired shot there from Gittins. Wasn't really worth it, to be honest. Okay, here we go. Can we actually see the official? Here, why is there this one guy that's like... There's this one guy who's like spam content on Soccer Manager. Like, every single video is by him. A trailer there. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, so there's going to be missions. Okay, so season missions. Cool. Season diaries. Okay. Yeah, so the beta in September around. Okay, so there's going to be more points and everything. There's going to be a manager skill tree. Okay, that is really cool. Manager skill tree in Soccer Manager. That'd be insane. Definitely as well. It definitely looks way better. Suit, tactical, training, skill tree. I think that's better than the current system. The UI looks much better. The gameplay looks much better, which is good, like in-game stuff. More manager levels. Okay, yeah, so it actually is looking good. Thanks for letting me know, Patrick, once again, to rewatch it. Otherwise, I probably would have, you know, forgotten it. Also, let's just not smash my iPad with my fist again. Thank you, my stupid, clumsy body. Let's try and do this properly here. Can I sit this down? Yep. Okay, I think that's good. There we go. That's good. So, Chelsea just under some pressure here at the very end. And that's a very long fire ball. Oh, that is horrendous. Sorry, don't know who did that. That was terrible. And Jorgensen's just going to clean that one up. Sorry, not Jorgensen. Flecken. My bad. Jorgensen's going to clean that up. What do I think of the game? So far, based on what I saw then, definitely a much bigger improvement, especially, you know, the gameplay looked very good. I like the skill tree idea. You know, it's from, you know, it's more developed than what I think FC's done with the skill tree and the manager route. And then I also really do like the idea of, you know, first of all, the new transfers being set, everyone's in the correct teams. But also that UI looks very clean, very, you know, nice looking UI. And I like how it's going to be directly transferred over, so I don't have to, buy a whole new game and a whole new stupid package of, gold. I can just, keep my stuff, which is great. Also, there we go. I think that's better. And that's going to be a free kick for Leverkusen with this game, running short on time. Leverkusen, chance to score an equaliser. If they do, that would be insane. If Leverkusen do, I will apologize to Ten Hag formally. Maybe you had it in you all along. And that's going to be an absolute easy catch for Jorgensen. Thanks for gifting to him on a plate. Jorgensen leaps, and catches easy. Am I going to see Liverpool tomorrow? No, I actually have my own training session in football tomorrow. Why do I keep getting confused? Camera's down here. I've got my own football training session tomorrow, unfortunately, Patrick. So I cannot watch the Liverpool game. And I've also got a stream planned for the whole day up until my training. So, if the stream ends early, maybe. But otherwise, my day is booked out tomorrow. But I've got a couple of other games planned out. If you looked in the community tab page, like the community post page on the channel, you can see all the games that I'm going to be live streaming. It includes, a bunch of Liverpool games. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace is on there for the Community Shield. And there's a bunch more as well. Ondrich. Quansah just clears and cleaned up by Tosin. 30 seconds left. Reece James. Maybe a final goal here. That'd be cool if there's a goal at the very end, so we didn't have to wait this whole game for one goal. Why do all the friendlies I watch literally like ball fest, except for Al Nassr? Al Nassr friendlies actually been, fire, I gotta say. Actually been very good. And very close to a goal there. João Pedro, and that's a goal for Chelsea. Just as I was saying about it, goal. João Pedro, he scores in every game he's in. And there, 2-0. He actually has literally scored in every game he's played in, basically, I think. He hasn't scored in one only, which is his first game, I think. Scored in all of them, though. 2-0 there for Chelsea. One goal at the very end. Thank you so much for actually giving us a goal here so we can actually, maybe get a bit excited about something. I wanted one of you to score Leverkusen or Chelsea, and you've, delivered here, Chelsea, securing the victory. It's the match winner, basically. Yeah, it's a brilliant pass there initially by, who is that? Antwi? I think he does a brilliant pass. And yeah, João Pedro goal. Hits the bottom left corner. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You're going to join a football club. That's W's, Patrick. There's a W. Good luck when you join the football club. Hope you have a nice, fun time. Hope you get, your training sessions in and you become the GOAT. Become the GOAT of football. Yeah, Pedro, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Full time there, guys. Thank you so much for watching this one. We'll take a look at the stats quickly. 69% ball possession to Chelsea, 31% to Leverkusen, 24 shots to Chelsea, 9 on target, and 3 big chances missed. Leverkusen, 4 shots, 2 on target, and 0 big chances. And 590 accurate passes, 94% accuracy for Chelsea there, whereas a 235 accurate passes with an 85% accuracy for Leverkusen. 13 fouls for Chelsea, 9 for Leverkusen, 7 corners, 4 for Leverkusen. Thank you so much, guys. Finally, another goal. These friendlies need to fire up a bit, except the Nassr match. Yeah, exactly. As I said, CDF, Nassr match is fire. And you can play as centre-back and left-back. That is good, Patrick. That's very good because a lot of clubs need centre-backs and left-backs now. Left-back, very rare position. So, playing that position, starting to, improve that left-back position would be, crucial because I think you'd be able to get in a team, playing left-back. That's what I might consider playing, a full-back position, and that overlaps into the wing because it allows you to probably get in a club easier. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this one. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, and goodbye. Remember, it's a long stream tomorrow, Undertale stream whole day, and then the football streams will continue from Sunday. Goodbye, guys. Thank you. Smash like as well for goals.